having a quarter life crisis at the ripe old age of 22. But I'm gonna wash my face. I'm gonna put on my face mask. After that, I'll see what I want to do with the rest of my day. I'm actually kind of lazy. Hold on. Okay, Savannah. Also, I'm gonna start with the scrub. I'm not gonna follow any specific order because I think some people prefer to cleanse first and then scrub. And I'm gonna start with the scrub and then I'll cleanse. And then I'll wear this mask whilst I do the dishes because that's like the only chore I'm left with for the day. And then after that, I'll figure out what I want to do with my life. Because I'm supposed to be sketching. As part of my 2026 agenda, actually, to a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's part of my 2026 agenda to become an established fashion designer, so I have to make that happen. It's not gonna happen if I don't sketch, if I don't plan, if I don't design. And this year's Zimbabwe Fashion Week, I actually got an opportunity to network with other fashion students. I'm not a fashion student, but I got to network with fashion students and I'm hopeful for next year. So about the quarter life crisis, I find myself questioning a lot of things, a lot of belief systems, a lot of the things that I have learned for the past, I don't know how many years. When I started learning things on planet Earth, I look horrible now. Let me just finish. What at the forefront is the questioning of my own religious beliefs and religious nature and stuff like that. And this is actually a hard topic to tackle because if you speak on it, there's a high chance that someone will just call you a Satanist or some other evil entity or demonic opposite or something like that. And so you opt to just keep quiet about it. Just smile and wave, boys. Just smile and wave. But yeah, suddenly I have been questioning a lot. And I won't even go deep into it right now because I think it's a journey that I have to go through on my own and come out the other end on my own. And what I would ultimately decide to do, I probably won't publicize it. I probably won't ever speak on this topic. Never. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. So one of the reasons I actually prefer to wash my face with the scrub first is it's kind of like, I get to remove some of the dirt and impurities so that the face wash has a better chance of removing dirt deeper. I don't know if that makes sense. I am no dermatologist, but it's my face wash. That's probably too much now. Oh, it smells so citrusy. The vitamin C brightening by design. Really cheap stuff, but hey, not that rich. But I still deserve a skincare routine. Another thing I've noticed is, or observed rather, is most people don't really believe anyway, in the sense that most people are just scared of going to hell, or most people just want blessings. Most people don't really believe. People pick and choose what to be. And I'm speaking from a Christian perspective. I'm not a Muslim, I'm not a Hindu, I don't know much about many of the other religions and denominations, but for the few denominations that I do know within Christianity, most people pick and choose what to believe, what they want to go with from the Bible. So this is gonna be one weird video where I'm just looking ugly most of the time. time I wash my face, I look better. Look at that juicy face. Why is this? There's something to peel off right here. Why? Oh, this was me. This is me. I'm learning how to do my own nails. So this is like a polygel design I'm doing. I was learning how to do like a good French design, like ooh la la la. It's not focusing. It's not focusing. But this is all polygel. So I'm proud of myself. I'm gonna do this for my whole hand. Cause my birthday is in less than a month now. My birthday is coming up. Oh my god. Look. They had a printing error. Man, they do have like those safety, I think it's on the box. Those safety certifications that you have to look out for when it comes to cosmetic products. I'd call you Mr. Lion, even then I won't be lying, cause that ain't even your name. People tell me I'm just like my daddy. People tell me I'm just like my daddy. They'll say you look just like your daddy. Oh really? Hell no. Cause I lie like I'm lying on a road. Another thing I don't believe anymore is everything happens for a reason. No, I refuse to believe that ever again. I refuse to believe that I used to believe that everything happens for a reason. Because what do you mean? I am an influencer's worst nightmare because there's no order to what I'm doing. Okay, I'm just gonna like for most things now, I put myself in someone else's shoes, like someone with a very horrible perspective, in the sense that, for example, if I was a Holocaust victim and I truly sympathize with the victims, the loved ones of victims, how it has affected and shaped, where we are today. But if I was in such a horrible, terrible situation, there is no way you could have told me that what's happening to me is for a reason, let alone a good one. There is no way. I would never believe you. It's easy to tell ourselves that over minor things. I'm supposed to have like a scissors so I can cut and make space for my face, but whatever, too lazy. But yeah, there is no way. It's easier to assume when you are not in such a difficult position that it's happening for a reason, or it might be difficult, but to be honest, there are levels to difficulty. There's unemployment, there's the Holocaust. Those are two difficulties, but they're on two different planes. So yeah, I honestly refuse to believe that everything happens for a reason. Sometimes things just suck. Sometimes bad things just happen, and it's okay. You just gotta learn. If it's a moment where you can learn something, if it's not a moment where you can learn something, like it's entirely out of your control. For example, if there's an earthquake that's beyond my control, there's not really much I can learn from that situation, from experiencing an earthquake, because it's beyond my control. But I can just learn to accept the outcome of, what might have transpired, no matter how bad it is. Difficult, but I believe it can happen. But don't come to me and tell me it happened for a reason. Or why is a 5-year-old girl from, I don't know, being sexually assaulted by a grown man until that person is bleeding and severely damaged to the point where doctors actually say she won't be able to conceive / give birth if she wants to in future. How can you look at that little girl and tell her it happened for a reason? No, I refuse to believe everything happens for a reason. Okay, I'm gonna need to move on to something else. But yeah, my birthday is gonna be coming up in less than a month, as I said before. So really, I'm just trying to look my best by then. So I'm just gonna do that, and that's a lot. My face is acting up. I've been having some pimples and it's been looking lifeless and horrible lately. So on the $20, I went to Beauty 4 and I literally just restocked on a lot of things. Some products I already used before, so I wasn't afraid of, what if I get a severe reaction. And I always do a patch test first. I always do a patch test first. I'm gonna be turning 23, I can't believe it. My new year occurs on my birthday. 1 January means nothing to me, but 17 December means everything to me. That's why I literally do my own life audit to check, where I'm at, where I've been, what I've done with 22-year-old me. How has 22-year-old me set up 23-year-old me for success? Kind of scared for that audit, but it's gonna happen. Off to the toner, everything else. I like to wait so that it absorbs all moisture. My face looks so good. And last but not least, kind of controversial opinion, the whole femininity thing, like how to be soft and feminine and pink and okay, and the whole feminine thing, it kind of feels like red pill. Like the people who are genuinely practicing modesty and who are genuinely just like ultra feminine and stuff, then there are people who want to cosplay femininity. I don't know how to explain that, but it feels like that people want to cosplay femininity, people want to cosplay modesty, and I think that stems from doing it for the wrong reasons. But ultimately, I don't see any reason as to why I would want to be learning how to be feminine and soft. Like, just be who you are. Just be what feels natural to you, as long as it's not harmful to you, as long as it's not harmful to the next person. Just be what comes naturally to you. That is who you will be the happiest in. Don't try to cosplay something else, It literally just feels like the red pill for women. Some call it pink pill. I don't want to call it that because I love pink. Genuinely love the color pink. I love pretty pink things. I love coquette kind of things sometimes and all that. But I won't kill myself to say, oh, I have to speak softly and femininely all the time, because that's how I'm gonna will the universe doing what I want, and the guys are gonna be falling at my feet, the alpha male bros, because the masculinity is just gonna be attracted by femininity, and it's gonna... That is a whole lot of nonsense. Just be you. Just be you. The best, if it's for love, the best kind of love and adoration and appreciation that you receive when you're in your best and natural element, it's awesome, because because when you're cosplaying something else, you might slip up. You're gonna slip up. And then what happens then? What happens then? What happens then? Oh, this is my ugly side, by the way. Let me show you my ugly side. Okay, today both sides are not looking good, but the skin is kind of skinning. You can't lie, the skin is skinning. So I was using the toner. I had never really used this, So I just bought it for the first time. I did a patch test to make sure it's safe, and I had no reaction to it, so I'm just using it. So I'm using it on my face, I'm using it on my neck, and I'm using it on my chest because gotta look good, dummy and girl. Some days I'm gonna be soft and calm and pretty and collected. Some days I'm gonna be raspy. Some days I'm gonna be loud. Some days I'm gonna be, I don't know. But you have to just accept it by 50,000 personalities and 50,000 quirks and whatever. It's okay. Even if you have just literally just one personality, even if your whole life is just monotone, someone will appreciate your monotonity. Is that a word? I invented a word, monotonity. Monotonimity. Ooh, someone will embrace you for your monotonimity. Monotone, monotonimity. I don't think I invented it. I think it already exists, but it's such a fun word if it does exist. Someone will embrace it for your monotonimity. For your monotonimity. And yeah, just be you. You're gonna find you. And whilst you're on this topic, love you, babe. I love you, baby. Because I know you're gonna watch this. You're like one of my guaranteed viewers. And whilst we kind of transcend into the topic of love, of relationships, if you wanted to hear what is just a really problematic statement, we're gonna go in with my anti-acne facial serum. If you wanted to would now this, I hate this pump because it like gives out, see that, I kind of hate that. So I just put it on my hands first to make sure there's no like massive plummet. If that's a waste of product. If he wanted to, he would is such a problematic statement, you know, and it's so wrong. Not so wrong, okay, I get, you know, if I wanted to, he would. I understand what, you know, the girl is meant by that, but I think a more accurate representation of that is if he knew and he could, he would. In the sense that you'll find, the thing with social media is there's a 22-year-old like me who's broke at home, doing nothing, recording videos on the Samsung Galaxy M32, you know, and at the same time you'll find a 17-year-old who owns 2 whole big companies, you know. In the same realm, you find that, you know, some people have established boyfriends and husbands and whatever, you know, and they're gonna buy Mercedes Benz for the girls, they're gonna propose with drones, they're gonna do all that, you know. But how many people have the capacity to do that, you know, within your circle? So you just gotta be realistic and assess within your circle, assess within your economic level, and, you know, can he do it? If he can and he doesn't, then that's a whole problem, you know. That makes the statement valid. If he wanted to, he would, you know. If he could, he would. But if he also doesn't know, how can he if he doesn't know? Like, for instance, this is something minor. I mentioned it that I appreciate our handwritten letters and stuff, and Mandem wrote, I just flashed it because I don't want people to read that, but there's no way he would have just decided, oh, I'm gonna write, if he didn't know that I even like that, you know. So make sure he knows, at least. If he knows and he can, he will. If he knows and he can and he doesn't, okay, then yeah, go off, do what you want. I'm gonna do my vitamin C whitening cream. I don't really want to whiten my skin, but I'm doing this for like the hyperpigmentation. I hear it's good for that, and if it's good for that, I'm gonna do it. I actually think this has got like SPF in it, so that's also another reason why I'm wearing it. So this is my skin up close, by the way. Of course, I've done my, I've got some pimples. And me girl.